Maybe I hang around here a little more than I should. We both know I got somewhere else to go. But I got something to tell you that I never thought I would. But I believe you really ought to know. I love you. I honestly love you. You don't have to answer, I see it in your eyes. Maybe it was better left unsaid. But this is pure and simple, and you must realize it's coming from my heart and not my head. I love you. I honestly love you. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm not trying to make you anything at all. But this feeling doesn't come along every day, and you shouldn't blow the chance when you get the chance to say, I love you. I love you. I honestly love you. If we both were born in another place and time, this moment might be ending in a kiss. But there you are with yours, and here I am with mine. So I guess we'll just be leaving it at this. I love you. I honestly love you. I honestly love you. I love you.
Like the ripples from a pebble when cast into the water, there is not a life that has not been touched by the troubled times of the 80s. He was grayer than I'd remembered. For once I just listened. It wasn't like him to talk defeat, but he was down. He'd worked hard all of his life for his all-American wife and his all-American children in a small American town. Said he was about to lose his house and he'd already lost his job, and if things kept on getting worse, he didn't know how much longer they could hold on. Said he owed everybody and his brother, and naturally they took it out on one another. He said, you know, you'd be surprised how being out of work can chip away at a marriage and the foundation of a home. Is it the story of the 80s? The sign of the times? Has a nightmare replaced the American dream? Where so often is heard a discouraging word, are the clouds as dark as they seem? He said, you know, I'm not lazy. I mean, it's not that I haven't tried. Then he put his head in his hands, and the grown man almost cried. He said, I guess I'm kind of like the kid on his first date. I don't know what to do with my hands. You know, I've always been busy, made a living for my family. Now I can't get a job, and I'm a working man. He said, my wife used to think I could move a mountain. Now I think she'd be happy if I'd just move out. And the kids, well, they're growing so fast, and they all need clothes, and now they have to do without. It makes you feel small, you know, takes away your self-respect, breaks your heart and hurts your pride. And it makes it hard to be a decent husband and daddy, and it eats you up inside. Is it the story of the 80s? The sign of the times? Has a nightmare replaced the American dream? Where so often is heard a discouraging word, are the clouds as dark as they seem? But what bothered me was he was half of America, not just one man trying to deal with all the change. Out of work, out of hope, out of luck, and most of all, out of dreams. He's the farmer, the trucker, the teacher, the steel worker, the Protestant, the Catholic, and the Jew. He's the hero of America. He's me, and he's you. Is it the story of the 80s? The sign of the times? Has a nightmare replaced the American dream? Where so often is heard a discouraging word, are the clouds as dark as they seem? Confused, you cleared my mind. I sold my soul, you bought it back for me and held me up and gave me dignity. Somehow you needed me, you gave me strength to stand alone again, to face the world out on my own again. You put me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. you needed me. And I can't believe it's you, I can't believe it's true. I needed you, and you were there. And I'll never leave, why should I leave? I'd be a fool, 'cause I finally found someone who really cares. You held my hand when it was cold, when I was lost, you took me home. You gave me hope when I was at the end, and turned my lives back into truth again. You even called me friend. You gave me strength to stand alone again, to face the world out on my own again. You put me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. You needed me, you needed me, you needed me, you needed me. left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of lonely street. That's Heartbreak Hotel where I get oh so lonely, honey. Oh, I get lonely. I get so lonely I could die. Well, although it's always crowded, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry in the gloom. And get so lonely, oh, they get lonely. They get so lonely they could die. Well, the bell of tears keep flowing, and the dance clerk's dressed in black. Goes the bell's so long on a lonely street that they never, never, never look back. And they don't know how to be any way but lonely. Don't you know it's lonely, honey? Oh, they get so lonely they could die. I tell you now, if your baby leaves you, you just gotta tell the tale. You go take a little walk down lonely street, they call it Heartbreak Hotel, where you'll be oh so lonely, honey. Oh, you're gonna be lonely. You're gonna be so lonely you could die. Superman, 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 Superman. Now there you go, picking on me again, pushing me to the very end, telling me to move another mountain. Well, just 'cause you can walk on water, that ain't no sign I can. You know your mama should have named you Superman. Superman, 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 Superman. Now let's go through this one more time. You do your thing and I'll do mine. But honey, baby, we gotta draw the line. If you're hang up, yes, I'm messing with mine. All I can do is the best I can to change the way that you can't stand. And if it ain't good enough for Superman, he ain't good enough for me. Superman, 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 Superman. So you don't have to rub it in, just 'cause you're right and I'm wrong again. Sometimes right is just as wrong is. And I ain't never gonna learn how to make it rain, and I wouldn't if I could for all the bull in Spain. But you go Superman. Superman, 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 Superman. Yeah, let's go through this one more time. You do your thing and I'll do mine. But honey, baby, we gotta draw the line. If you hang up, yes, I'm messing with mine. All I can do is the best I can to change the way that you can't stand. And if it ain't good enough for Superman, he ain't good enough for me. Superman, 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 Superman. Yeah, let's go through this one more time. You do your thing and I do mine. But honey, baby, we gotta draw the line. If you hang up, yes, I'm messing with mine. All I can do is the best I can to change the way that you can't stand. And if it ain't good enough for Superman, he ain't good enough for me.
To Miss Donna Fargo sing, ladies and gentlemen.
Funny face, I love you. Funny face, I need you. My whole world's wrapped up in you. When the road I walk seems all uphill, and the colors in my rainbow turn blue, you kiss the tears away, you smile at me and say, funny face, I love you. Funny face, I love you. Funny face, I need you. These are the sweetest words I've ever heard. Funny face, don't leave me. Funny face, believe me. My whole world's wrapped up in you. And when I hurt your feelings, as I sometimes do, and I say those mean things that we know are not true, you forgive my childish way. You hold me close and say, funny face, I love you. Funny face, I love you. Funny face, I need you. These are the sweetest words I've ever heard. Funny face, don't leave me. Funny face, believe me. My whole world's wrapped up in you. Funny face, I love you. Funny face, I need you. These are the sweetest words I've ever heard. Funny face, don't leave me. Funny face, believe me. My whole world's wrapped up in you. I'll try a little bit harder if you will, and if you think we're worth trying to save. We were happy once, I know we were. Where did we go wrong? We were on the same side one time, weren't we? Why would we? How could we? We could not pretend for so long. But I don't want to prolong this misery if you're leaving, and I don't think I'd beg you to stay. But I'll try a little bit harder if you will, and if you can make it work if we care enough. Somehow, somewhere, some way. 'Cause surely what we have is worth whatever it takes to keep it. So let's don't let it, let's protect it, and not let something precious get away. But I don't wanna prolong this misery if you're leaving, and I don't think I'd beg you to stay. But I'll try a little bit harder if you will, and if you think we're worth trying to save. Let's both try a little bit harder to keep us. Don't you think we're worth trying to save? Oh, don't you think we're worth trying to save? Stared out the window and I struggled for something to say. You left in the rain without closing the door. I didn't stand in your way. Now I miss you more than I missed you before, and now where I'll find comfort, God knows. You struggle for something to say. You're left in the rain without closing the door. I didn't stand in your way. Now I love you more than I loved you before, and now where I'll find comfort, God good morning, morning. Hello, sunshine. Wake up, sleepyhead. Why'd we move that Bojangle clock so far away from the bed? Just one more minute, that's why we moved it. One more hug or two. Do you love waking up next to me as much as I love waking up next to you? You make the coffee, I'll make the bed. I'll fix your lunch and you fix mine. Now tell me the truth, do these old shoes look funny? Honey, it's almost 9. Now you be careful, gotta go. I love you, have a beautiful day, and kiss the happiest girl in the whole USA. Skip-a-dee-doo-dah, thank you, Lord, for making him for me. And thank you for letting life turn out the way that I always thought it could be. There once was a time when I could not imagine how it would feel to say I'm the happiest girl in the whole USA. Now shine on me, sunshine, walk with me, well, it's a skip-a-dee-doo-dah day. I'm the happiest girl in the whole USA. Shine on me, sunshine, walk with me, well, it's a skip-a-dee-doo-dah day. I'm the happiest girl in the whole USA. Shine on me, sunshine, walk with me, well, it's a skip-a-dee-doo-dah day. Well, I'm finally gonna write to you that letter that I've owed you for a long, long time. I can't say much for me, but I do hope that y'all are doing fine. Well, how is Burry and Virginia? Are they still living down on the farm? You know, sometimes it gets so lonesome, Daddy, I wish I'd never left home. Well, are you working hard these days? Are you doing all the things the doctor said you ought to do? And did you sell all your tobacco? Did the crops bring in what you thought they would? Well, I might as well get to the point. Last night I tried to call you on the phone. What I'm getting at, I guess, is if I had the money, Daddy, I'd come home. 'Cause every night I hear an old southbound train whistle blowing, and Daddy, it's calling me home. I've been to New York, Chicago, Wheeling, West Virginia, Nashville, Tennessee. And singers are as thick as fleas on the dog's back by the way. How's old Lee? And I done changed my name so many times I don't even know who I am. And Daddy, I sure miss them pinto beans and cornbread and country ham. Well, now I know I should have listened when you said didn't have no business coming way out west. And that a girl belongs at home on the farm where she was born, raising young'uns like all the rest. Well, I know it now, that's why I'm writing and why I tried to call you on the phone. What I'm really trying to say is if you send me the money, I'll come home. 'Cause every night I hear an old southbound train whistle blowing, and Daddy, it's calling me home. lonely, honey. Oh, I get lonely. I get so lonely I could die. Well, although it's always crowded, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry in the gloom. And you're so lonely. Oh, they get lonely. They get so lonely they could die. Well, I feel like tears keep flowing, and the dance clerk's dressed in black, 'cause they've been so long on a lonely street that they never, never, never look back. And they don't know how to be anyway but lonely. Don't you know it's lonely, honey? Oh, they get so lonely they could die. I tell you now, if your baby leaves you, you just gotta tell the tale. You go take a little walk down lonely street and call it Heartbreak Hotel. Well, you'll be so lonely, honey. Oh, you're gonna be lonely. You're gonna be so lonely you could die.